All right, it's time for that moment when. 7 weeks out from Nintendo Switch 2 reveal. Yeah, so I wanted to briefly talk about this. I mean, obviously, I do this every week, but I think given that the last week I didn't do the most proper kind of reaction or re-reaction, I thought, why not just do another individual episode since I have the time? And yeah, what is up with this reveal? So I do have some specific thoughts that are, I think, new. I initially was like, oh, it's very corporate, and that's true. I do think that the sounds and bits and boppy things they were using, I initially thought also fit that corporate bit, and maybe they do, but they feel more Nintendo flair-y to me on re-listen in terms of before they do the really weird music, like the wow, before they go to that part. The part before that sounds kind of more like I'm thinking of like either with like it feels like iterations on like the Switch sound stuff. Like it does actually make sense in that kind of soundscape. I don't know. The music is still weird, still really weird. It's not even that the music on its own is weird. It's that it's weird in the context of this. Like I don't. It's a little odd. And I get more those like horn things, and it's like, oh, like Mario Kart 8 Jazz. I don't know. It's very odd. In my brain, I'm like, is that why they did that? But that song sounds weird. It is weird for it to be there. But the actual like sounds and bits and bops and things feel more Nintendo-y. Like it doesn't feel as it felt very weird to me initially, I think. Or at least last week I think it did, and like re-listened I was like, oh, it's not that weird. Um I know the Joy-Con are bigger and the console is bigger, but it really doesn't look that much bigger. Like, especially in like, and I was particularly noticing like the renders with the hands that they show during the backwards compatibility bit of like, oh yeah, it doesn't really look that much bigger. Like it is bigger, but it doesn't look that much bigger. It looks pretty comparable. Um, it'll probably feel bigger, but I also again don't do a lot of handheld. It probably will for the Joy-Con. Like again, I've been using Joy-Con not consistently, but like I have used Joy-Con now over what how many years? Like again, it's been 8 years as of earlier this week since the Switch came out, and I had Switch on day one with Joy-Con because I guess I'm not a psycho who got it without Joy-Con on day one. I don't know how you could. You just buy it off of someone. I know people who've done that, and that's not no disrespect. It's just much funnier on day one if you were like, I want to get the console day one, but I don't want the Joy-Con. How are you going to do that? How are you going to do that? Because I know some people want to just do Pro Controller, which is perfectly fair. I mean, again, Pro Controller is like one of the best controllers, just period. The Switch Pro Controller is so good. But yeah, I don't know. There wasn't a lot here. Again, it's a very minimal trailer. There being Mario Kart is big. Wasn't really paying that much attention to the Mario Kart this time. I think I was last time. This time I was like, okay. Like, fine. I think just my big thing is really, I don't know, it really feels like it is pretty minimal. It doesn't necessarily make me think that there'll be too much. I wonder if the new sounds and stuff are more indicative of more, maybe they will do more of a change up with the direct kind of sounds and things. Maybe they'll pop stuff in. Like, I wonder if they'll do the clap more, like for transitions and things. That would be interesting for Switch 2. But I don't know. I don't know. Um, that's honestly all I have. I don't have a lot on this because, like, again, it's not a significant new thing. I still am on the opinion that it looks bad in black and that it would look better in white, and that the colors are a little wonky. And in general, I prefer, I think, how the original Switch, or at least the OLED Switch, looks. Having the colors on the sides of the console is still weird, and I wish that they showed more of the dock. But you know what? Whatever. I think that's about it. The moment when I'm probably gonna later today do a BFDIA 18 review, but I feel like I need a few more watches on that before I make a proper analysis because I feel like I have like a lot of thoughts on that.